What's going on, everyone? Our standard issue bumper. A lot of stuff happened since we recorded. Check it out. There was a Japanese variety show. It's a kids show called Oha Suta. Earlier in the week, they had announced a teaser that there was going to be big Pokemon information coming via Nintendo in the coming days. So the hype started, building up. And then Pokemon Company, Nintendo, Game Freak have this full-blown 45-minute press conference that details their game release schedule for the next, year and a half. And, we've been talking about Pokemon on Switch and Go integration, and, they finally delivered on, what we've all been, so hyped over. So check it out. This is what they announced. The first game is called Pokemon Quest for Switch. This is a complete off-format spin-off that's available now. It's a free-to-start game, no Go integration. It's just this whole different Pokemon playground kind of weird, blocky style animation game. So that's out now. You can get that now free to start. The big one, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. So the titles that were leaked were correct. This is the game that has PoGo integration, and the game itself is a remake or a reimagining of Pokemon Yellow. So you're playing through Kanto again, but the graphical style of the game is closer to Sun and Moon. So it kind of has that aesthetic, a little bit more cartoony, but nice and lush and vivid. Obviously, it's on the Switch. You've got more power. So the Go integration here is the game mechanics itself in this game to play. When you catch a Pokemon, you actually use a single Joy-Con and throw a Pokeball. So you have that, that Wiimote kind of motion that you're throwing the Pokeball, and similar to the Go mechanic. Any Kanto Pokemon that you've caught in Pokemon Go, you can transfer via Bluetooth into the Switch, into Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Now, there's some kind of Pokemon Playground. It's not a full-blown integration. It's you can do that, but it's not, what we were necessarily overhyped for, which is, our fault. But you can bring them in there. You could also send gifts from the Switch game to Pokemon Go. We don't know what those gifts are going to be, but something is going on there. So there is that degree of communication. There's also a new peripheral called the Pokeball Plus, which is a Pokeball device that has a joystick on it, like a little, just like the Joy-Con, and a clickable button, I think, on top. And you can use this as a Pokemon Go Plus for your PoGo, as well as for the controller to play Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee on Switch. It's bizarre, but really, really cool. And then you can even transfer a Pokemon to that Pokeball and carry it around like a keychain and have a pet and make sounds. And I'm sure you earn stuff as well. So much stuff going on. This is available November 16th, 2018. So this is coming this year. John Henke was also in the press conference for a few minutes and said that there's a lot of news that's still unreleased. So E3 is around the corner. I'm sure we're going to get a ton of information then. And finally, to satisfy the core fans of Pokemon, there will be a full new core Game Freak developed core RPG in 2019. Obviously we're expecting that to be the Generation 8 release. So a lot of stuff happened in the past couple days. We held out on releasing the podcast because I wanted to get this bumper out. And this is a good time for Pokemon Go because there's, I think we're going to learn a lot more at E3. The hype is real because we now have our foot in the door. We have that connection to the Switch. What else is going to happen here? Like, there's got to be more to it. At least I'm hoping there's more to it. So stay tuned. We're going to cover that, to death because this is important stuff. Other than that, enjoy episode 33. Thanks so much. Well, hey, what's up?
Oh, hi there.
Hi.
Hey.
Howdy, cowboy.
Oh my God. Wow. It's Lured Up, episode 33. This is the podcast where we take Pokemon Go exceptionally seriously and ourselves not at all.
Even seriouser. Or more serious?
Serious less, Lure.
Seriously.
Today is Sunday, May 27th, 2018. This episode is going to be brought to you by patreon.com/GottaWatchEmAll. This is our parent network. We've got a Patreon. I would appreciate it if you guys could take a moment to check it out. Be like Terry Wolf. And we have a new patron this week, Keith Kelly. I want to give you a big shout out. stepping up and getting into the network and to the community here. And we're looking forward to, it's totally awesome. And looking forward to sharing some shenanigans on our Discord, which is
welcome to the Discord.
Dude, the Discord has been a lot of fun. It's awesome. We were making jokes last week about Terry Wolf, constantly dumping screenshots and stuff like that. It's hilarious. It's now that Jersey Jay's in there too. Between him and Terry, they're just like posting like pages and pages of 100%.
Oh my gosh.
And all that. So it's really funny, but it's a good time. So thanks so much, Terry. Thanks so much, Keith. We really appreciate your support. I do want to mention one more tier that we have on our Patreon page. We are looking for an executive producer of the show. It's at a $25 level. We're looking to fill that spot. It's only one spot available. So if anyone wants to step up, we have an EP spot open. You'll get a shout out and credit on every single show that we do. And we'd hope someone would take a look at that and consider coming in as the executive producer.
Ooh, fancy title.
I know.
Fancy.
I know.
You gotta have that title.
You wear like a Burger
need
King
it.
crown and be like, all special. On today's show, we're going to cover Adventure Week. It's been in full swing, and it's pretty funny. Adventure Week is, you think week, it would be 7 days, but it's actually 12 days long, so we are having we will have a lot of time to take advantage of all the stuff that's going on here. There was a raid boss shakeup along with Adventure Week. We're still waiting for a full teardown of the 0.105.0 APK. We do have some info on that, but the full teardown hasn't happened yet. We're going to go over a couple emails, and then we're going to do a very interesting battle party for Shuckle.
Shuckle?
Oh my god.
Shuckle.
What the? Apparently, this is the first Tier 3 raid boss that you cannot solo, and
I was tempted.
You can't, dude. GoHub has a contest. I think they're giving out a T-shirt if you could actually do it, because in all of their scenarios that they built out in all their simulations, they could not come anywhere close to beating this thing. I think they said they would need like an extra 60 seconds or something like that. So we're building a duo battle party because Shuckle will be a fun duo. It's a Tier 3, and it's just a funny trophy Pokemon. And for whatever reason, I just really want 100% real bad.
Shuckle.
Yeah, and it looks absolutely ridiculous as a raid boss. So when it attacks, it kind of like, it flops its head around and it's all derpy and like looks real cute. And then it's like, it's death rattle, like the death pose when it's shrinking. He's like, ah. He has like derpy mouth. It looks so funny. But all right, let's talk about Adventure Week and our experiences from the past week. It's interesting to see how the new trend of Pokemon with all the rock types kind of swooped in over, it was seamless from the fighting type Pokemon. I'm starting to miss the regular old Pokemon. Like, I don't know if it's something like I'm getting a little bit fatigued on these events, like these typing events, but
what?
I miss.
Yeah, I saw a Drowsy the other day and I was like, yeah,
that's
I'll
what I mean.
That.
It's like believe me, I love all the shiny checks. That's what really makes these events really exciting. But what about like the regular old stuff? Like, it seems I'd rather have the same amount of spawns that there always is when there's not an event, and then add the extra spawns on top. Like, don't take away from my normal spawns.
I'm good with taking away with the normal spawns. The normal spawns are so boring. When there's not an event going on, I honestly
I love it. I love when if the event ends and then it's like back to like Caterpies.
No, that's when I'm like, oh God, kill
glorious.
me.
No, that's the best.
No, that's the worst.
I'm actually struggling right now. I've been at 1,500 Pokemon for like a day and a half, and I keep like deleting little chunks or transferring little chunks and then hitting the cap again and then having to go back in. I was doing an evolution party right before the show, but I think I have like 300 Pokemon to evolve right now, and it's like it's time consuming. Auto evolve?
Oh,
can we get an auto evolve or a mass evolve feature?
There should just be a way to skip over the animation.
It's long and tedious.
That's what takes the longest time.
Well, they have to pace it so you don't have to.
Oh God!
Because if you didn't have to do that, think of how much XP you could earn in a half an hour. It would kind of screw up the scale of XP. But anyway, let's talk about Adventure Week. Increased rock spawns, bonus XP for spinning Pokestops and gyms. The one that kind of came out of nowhere, which was really awesome, and it really plays into the whole adventure theme, is a 10 times bonus XP for spinning a new stop. So this is going to be a stop that has the halo around it. First time ever spinning it, 2,100 XP. With a lucky egg, 4,200 XP.
That's crazy.
That's absolutely nuts. So if someone were to come into my area and hit Red Bank for the first time ever and have 30 new stops rocking a lucky egg, That's absolute ridiculous
Yeah.
madness. Like, that's huge payday. So that was really cool. I like the fact that they did that. It's different, and it kind of encourages you to get out there. And there was some new field research. Yeah, there was new field research, and playing even on top of that, they brought back the spin 2 stops you've never spun before as a field research task, which is cool, getting you out there. Buddy Candy is down to 25%.
I know, thank God, Phoebus.
So that's what I was going to say. Everyone should, if you don't have your Phoebus, walked up to 20 kilometers, you should probably do that now, because just get it over with. Even if you have a couple Phoebus, you could do back-to-back while this event is running, just to knock that out and you never have to think about it again. I've had Snorlax as my buddy for, I think, almost 400 kilometers now, and I'm just trying to rack up candy because I have a bunch of beefy Snorlax I'm trying to power up. I've been defending big time with the Laxes. Aerodactyl is a raid boss. This is a tier 3. Part of this event was a shiny release for Ammonite, Kabuto, and Aerodactyl. So you could only get Aerodactyl as a raid boss, and they added some new boxes, and then there was a raid boss shakeup. So there's a lot of stuff going on with this event. But Adam, what's been your experience? Like, how have you seen a lot of other stuff in addition to Rock, or has Rock really just been completely dominant for you?
It's been Rock dominant with a few goodies here and there. Like I saw a Tentacruel. No, not a Tentacruel, a Tentacool. Like I said, that Drowsy. I was pretty stoked about that. But for the most part, like a lot of like Pidgeys and stuff. Nothing too exciting.
And any shiny luck yet?
No, but I did hatch a 100% Ammonite.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm pretty stoked about that.
That's awesome.
I'll take that over a shiny.
Well, dude, Amistar is definitely relevant. I mean, you can definitely spec that out right, and it has some tankiness to it. So that's awesome.
And then I did attempt a Aerodactyl by myself with like a minute left, and I failed because I didn't take the suggested for the first time. I was like, I didn't have a battle party, anything. This is like day 1, and like I was like, why would I need my stupid Kyogres? I don't need those.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I take them out, put in, my Golem and Tyranitar, and it
That
wasn't
worked
good
out.
enough. It was not good enough. And I was like, why would it give me my regular Gyarados and not my 100% Gyarados? That doesn't make sense. And it's because I had
Moveset.
Different moveset. And I'm just like, come on.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to use the recommended system to kind of guide you, because sometimes you wouldn't realize, like, it'll recommend certain Pokemon. You're like, why is this happening? If it's got an electric move or something like that you don't know about, or you forget that it has an electric move, and then it could be raining that day, and you get an electric, Pokemon that has an electric move set recommended, and it would make sense because the game is going to calculate if it has a higher output and would do you better. So it's like the game is going to know best. You're not going to be able to do these math calculations on the fly. So sometimes it's cool to see what it recommends, but
I did get redemption because I did go and like hunt down another Aerodactyl the next day, and was able to, I powered up my Kyogres a little bit, and then I powered up my Gyarados a little bit, went with my 2 Kyogres and my 2 Gyarados, and I didn't even get to the the second Gyarados.
Oh, nice.
But that was like Pokemon number 4, and I was able to finish it.
Yeah, nice.
I was like, I'll take that.
No, I kind of like that they made it tier 3 and it's approachable, because it's as a shiny Pokemon, and the only way you're going to see it, like, I don't think they're spawning in the wild. I don't think anyone's seen them in the wild, only from research encounters and then raids. It's just doable. So people that may not play raids or do play in the raid meta a lot might be able to just get involved in this because they want the shiny. So I think it makes it very approachable, which is cool.
I would say take advantage of the field research. Anybody, like, coordinate with your groups or whatever. Get these, the Evolve Kabuto Ammonite task, because that rewards you the Aerodactyl. Do as many raids as possible for Aerodactyl, because I don't know if you're like me, but I only had like 40 candies before this event started. Yeah. So that's something that I definitely need more of.
Well, yeah. Well, if you get a good one, you want to power it up, and you've only encountered a handful of them, in your Pokemon Go career, where are you going? And it's like, do you really want to dump rare candy into an Aerodactyl? Probably not. I've been enjoying this event. I got super lucky. We were driving around restocking, and I'm hand catching everything, and I've got the Go Plus going for, I'm hand catching all the potential shinies, and I'm Go Plusing everything else. And I click on an Ammonite, and I got a shiny. I was
like as soon as we started playing.
It was
though,
like the first lap around Red Bank. I was like,
I just
holy
look at it.
shit.
I look at him. I'm like, what the?
I was like, oh my God. Right? So then we don't even finish the lap of Red Bank. So it's within 5 minutes of hand catching the shiny Ammonite. I look in my journal and I Go Plus the shiny Aron.
Yeah.
I was like, what the I was like, how is this happening? This is like, I never have this kind of luck ever.
Yeah, I was kind of pissed.
Why?
Kind of pissed. Because you and Josh are just on like shiny streaks. And
see, it's because you don't catch everything every time.
You catch everything every time.
See, it's like, you are the internet. Like, I want everything and I don't want to work for it. Yeah.
That's not true.
you want shiny Pokemon, but you don't want to have to catch them all.
That's not true. I shiny check mad Pokemon. That doesn't mean I catch them all.
No, this has been a cool opportunity for Pokemon like Lileep and Anorith. Like, both Melissa and Josh needed the evolved forms for Dex.
I never even seen an Anorith before this event.
What? Oh, that's right, because the one time we saw one in the wild, it didn't spawn for you.
That was when I came down.
Yeah, we could. It was like on the other side of a fence or something, and it only spawned for me.
Yeah,
that's
so...
Right.
Yeah, this event, without this event. And the Lileep,
You walked Lileep for so long.
For so long, and I just gave up on it recently because I couldn't stand looking at it, because I don't like the way that Pokemon looks. I just couldn't stand it.
Crawdaddy is even weirder.
And so, like, I finally changed it to Feebas, which I can't wait to get rid of.
Feebas. Well, that's a very satisfying Pokemon to evolve, because Melodic is just so gorgeous. So it's, oh man, I want shiny Melodic. Hell yeah.
Hey,
hell yeah. No. You have to walk another Phoebus.
I want that shiny Aerodactyl.
Yeah,
I really do.
No, it's like a pinkish fuchsia. I want the Kabuto.
Green, right?
It's
like
lime
green.
Oh, the Kabuto's green. Yeah,
or like neon green.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It looks really cool. Like the Aron line is interesting as a shiny because you get the red eyes and then you get the green tinge when you go to Lairon and Aggron. But I like when they're super bold. Like that Kabuto just looks awesome because it's just so.
The Ammonite, I really like that.
The Ammonite's cool too. The purple is neat, but I'm really enjoying this event. I think it's they're just killing it. This is going through June 5th, and just around June 5th, we're gonna have a lot of stuff happening. We're gonna have Adventure Week coming to the end. We're gonna have Legendary rotation. That's we're gonna probably in the next week or so we're gonna have to inappropriately speculate on what we think the next Legendary is gonna be. I don't know what's your early hot take, Adam. What do you think the next Legendary?
It's
got to be the Reggies, right? It's got to be the Reggies.
The internet shows us that we're gonna see Rayquaza.
Rayquaza, yeah, that's like
they're gonna give us the shiny, but that's
awesome.
Speculation.
I'm very happy for Rayquaza though because that's a very relevant Pokemon in the meta, and it's best dragon attacker and one of the best attackers overall in the game. So it's like I'll take it. I've got a 98% and I need candy bad, so I'm totally down for that. But we'll have a lot going on in the beginning of June. And Pokemon Go did put out an official announcement that the field research breakthrough will be Articuno in June. So we've now gone through all the birds. I had a 96% Articuno that I powered all the way up for whatever reason. It was just the first legendary I ever powered up. So I've spent every candy that I've had on Articuno. So
I'm going to go hard on that Articuno.
Yeah. Melissa likes Articuno, and it's, there's not many times you can use an ice Pokemon. But when you do have someone good to pull out, like I have a good 15 attack Articuno, it's nice to have that as like a counter or a balance to your Lapras or Jinx or Cloyster or something.
I was gonna say I have a good Cloyster. Yeah. That's usually who I take.
Yeah. There's new boxes were added to the store. These are pretty good boxes for normal players and not necessarily good boxes for like heavy raiders, but they are pretty good. Special, Great, and Ultra like they've always done. They're really good discounts this time around. 70% is the lowest. Like the special box gives you a 69% discount. Great box 78, almost 79% discount, and the Ultra 79.9% discount, 80% overall discount, which is just absolutely awesome. But what they didn't do this time around was make it super heavy on raid passes. Raid passes is actually the lightest of the items. So, it starts, they're all going to have lucky eggs. Some have incense. Only the special box has a regular incubator, and then it goes to the Great and Ultra have super incubators. Now, pretty much at this point with my inventory, I'm buying these boxes for the super incubators. I've got tons of everything else. I just need it. I just need super incubators, and I'm not going to pay $200 a pop. I'm gonna gobble them up when they're in these, in these bundles. I don't know about you, Adam, but
yeah, I like the great box.
Yeah, great box is a good balance because you get a little bit of everything.
I need the incense. That's what I want from it.
I was a incense hater for a while, and I never used it. If I had it, I would use it, but I would never buy it on its own or anything. And lately, I don't know, I've just been rocked because I've been using the Go Plus so much. If you're Go Plusing, you need to run an incense like at all times. If you're really trying to be serious on the Go Plus, if you're moving, if you're moving around, where you're going to have the higher spawn from the incense. So these are pretty good boxes. I like them. I picked up a great box myself. I'm just sitting on so many raid passes right now. I just don't even want to pick up any more because same thing with star pieces. Like I don't want any more. I have to work these down. I have like 80. It's like I can't use them fast enough. We mentioned briefly there was a raid boss shakeup, and this is an interesting one. There's a lot of cool Pokemon here. They gave Tier 1 to the fossils, so Lilip, Anorith, Kabuto, and Ammonite. And this is nice because of the shiny chance for Kabuto and Ammonite, so real easy to approach and get yourself a chance at a shiny. Tier 2, Magcargo, Sudowoodo, and Nosepass. It's easy to forget that Sudowoodo is a rock type. Tier 3, we have Shuckle, Aerodactyl, and based on your region, either Lunatone or Solrock. I saw a couple Solrocks out there today. I haven't tried it. Did a couple Aerodactyls and did a Shuckle, but it was with a big group. So I'm looking forward to duoing that. And then the only Tier 4 is Rhydon. And in all my history playing this game, I've never caught a good Rhydon. And I've got a shit ton of candy.
I got a good one.
I do not. And it's like, I got to get a good one because I got to power it up. I have so much candy and I've never used it because I've never had a good one.
And it's a good defender as well.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. Absolutely. So this was a pretty exciting event and update. They touched on all the areas. They gave you different raid bosses. I don't know. I just think that the momentum that they're carrying right now, and if they just continue to do that consistently, it's just going to keep the game driving forward. So pretty.
I thoroughly like this Rock Week because since we've started playing the game in our area, I never ever see rock spawns ever. So I've been super excited to see Geodude. Way more excited than Kentown has.
Well, look, she asked me the other day. She goes, oh, was it on the show? Was it on the podcast?
No, it was the other day when
you had asked something. You were like, oh, it's a Geodude. And I was like, yeah, I saw it. And you were like, what? You're not excited? It's a Geodude? I'm like, yeah, I'm excited, but I'm trying to catch the shinies, And she's like, damn, the day when you're not excited over Geodude. I'm like, why are you calling me out on this? I'm just trying to get a fucking shiny.
No, it's not. It's not just about getting the shiny. It's about
No, it's about getting the shiny.
If they had a special day, and my boy Snorlax,
Snorlax
can be
is
caught
rare.
in.
Snorlax is way more rare.
Is
not as rare as a Snorlax.
But for me, I've only encountered a handful of them. Well, my bad.
Now, see, we're a water and grass biome. In our area, we have to drive probably at least an hour away from the coast to get to any kind of mountain biome. So we just don't see those Pokemon a lot, and it's been cool seeing the fossils. I just think that it's a different look for the game. You see the Anorith, you're like, what the heck? And Armaldo is the weirdest looking thing. It's just so cool.
There needs to be a quest for Snorlax in the research.
There should be.
Feed 100 berries to Pokemon.
Oh, feed Snorlax 100 berries? That'd be
no, just feed berries.
No, but think about
general.
that. Think about that, though. You have to feed just Snorlaxes. So, let's say you're defending in 10 gyms with Pidgeys, but there happens to be a Snorlax in that gym, and you feed it remotely or whatever, you still get credit. That would be cool.
That would be
Feed Snorlax.
That would be cool.
That's awesome. Oh, man. Gotta write that one in.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
They should.
All right. I'll send it in right now.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
Send. Message sent.
So, Ken, did you happen to get one of the new EX passes
I didn't.
this wave?
I did not get
what
an
for the
pass.
5th, 6th?
Dude, I didn't. This is, and I know it's because last Sunday we were out doing the family thing and all those raids went down that I didn't do. Everyone that raided that day got them.
Oh, I'm sorry. Family first, Dave. Family first.
Could have Skyped in.
Oh my God. Jesus.
This is funny. But no, it's the one in my area is on a Tuesday afternoon. It's like, I don't know.
So you wouldn't have been able
I wouldn't have been able to do it anyway. Like, what are they thinking? Like, what the hell? Like, I have one tomorrow, Memorial Day, in the middle of the day. I have to sneak out on my lunch break. And
but a lot of people have off, so.
It's going to be madness.
But, I believe mine's Tuesday as well.
Yeah, but there was Memorial Day and Tuesday. It was Monday, Tuesday this week also. So, I don't know. I don't know why they're doing it. I guess they've never really said that this has come out of beta. You know what I mean? Or did they? Like,
no.
I remember them saying that they were like ready to move on with it, but maybe they're still just collecting data of, when are people most likely or most unlikely to do a raid. I don't know. Just Monday, Tuesday makes no sense at all to me at all.
The last raid that I had for Monday was the smallest turnout.
Yeah.
And was the most well organized because we were all right there.
Last one I did on the Monday when I was off on vacation, and I was home, we had like people that literally were pulling up and like drop because they were like on their lunch break and they had to like get back to work. But I don't know. So what are we, like 15, 20 minutes into the show? All this stuff is Adventure Week. We're still talking about Adventure Week. That's how packed this kind of this full blown event is. I love it, man. It's just
there's a lot.
Yeah.
I even like was looking at my stamps and I was like, shoot, it was 11:50 and I was like, I haven't completed a task, and it's because I had walk 3 candies to my buddy and hatch 2 eggs, and I had 2 eggs ready to be, whatever, hatched within like another kilometer, and so I was like, shoot, I need to just like run
outside.
So like I ran outside of my house and just like ran up and down the street, and then I was like, okay, this isn't working. I went even further, and then I like see the little the alert that was like, you walked your buddy, and I'm like, it's 11. It was been 11:58 for almost 60 seconds. Like, click, and like within like 3 minutes, I got both the stamps. So I was like, sweet,
nice. Yeah, that's it. I've been trying to do it where I carry a stamp over to the next day, so that way I'll have it, and the second I wake up and I check the game, I can click on it and just be done with it for the day. So anything after that is just gravy, and I don't have to stress. No stress. No
worries.
Well, I'm stressing right now because I have hatched 5 eggs, battle in a gym 5 times.
Yeah, those are big. Those are big. That's
eggs.
a lot. That's a lot to do. It's.
And those are just the ones that I've like spun recently. So I'm like, great. I have nothing that I can just quickly do, and like I'm home. I'm not going anywhere. So.
We're still waiting for a full teardown of the 0.105.0 APK. We do have some information, and there's some really, really cool stuff that's kind of come out of this. So a lot of the stuff that they're seeing in the Game Master file is having to do with Alolan Pokemon. So there's new like has Alolan form tags, is Alolan form, a couple different error codes, and then all the Alolan names have been added to the game. So we have all the different typings. So this is imminent now. This is just a matter of time before this comes. The big thing to come out of it is rainbows. So there's a special weather tag in the code saying enable special weather, attach rainbow, turn on rainbow, turn off rainbow. So rainbow's mentioned a bunch of times in a couple different scripts here. And there was an image that leaked, and I don't know how credible this is, because it was just one random dude on Reddit that grabbed the APK, downloaded, and was playing off the unreleased APK. And he had the rainbow in game, and it looks legit. Like, Melissa, did you see this picture? Did I show you this? I thought I showed you this. So you can see like the rainbow kind of fading into the horizon line. It looks amazing.
Oh my God, that makes me happy. So like, it'd be awesome if you had to like follow the rainbow, and then at the end of the rainbow you find an Alolan.
I don't know.
That would be so. Oh my God.
Or there were just Poke coins at the end.
Barrels of
that's gonna run away from you.
Pot of coins. That it's
a Diglett at the end, and he's gonna take Poke coins.
No, but this is cool because I just think there has to be a direct correlation to Alolan Pokemon, and I just want me some Alolan Exeggutor real bad.
Oh,
so I can use it in a raid and it can flop its head around. Oh no, I need Alolan Doug Trio.
No, Rat with the stash.
The Rat stash is good. There's so many good ones. I can't wait. if this image is legit of this rainbow, it looks really cool in game. It looks really nice. And then one of the other things they found in 105 is the ability to now use items from the Pokemon screen, which is huge for TMs and rare candy. So now when you're in your inventory looking at a Pokemon, where you would normally go into the menu to appraise it or transfer it, it will now say items. And right from there, you could apply potion, revive, rare candy, all that stuff.
Fantastic.
So yes. And again, when you're doing the rare candy, it piggybacks off the previous update where now you can do, multiple candies and all that stuff to a Pokemon at a time. So quality of life stuff is going to make a huge difference here. But, we'll see if anything else comes out in a full teardown of the APK. We just haven't seen a full teardown yet, but it's very promising. And I think that this rainbow thing is freaking awesome. And I hope this is a legit picture and someone didn't internet me.
Yeah.
Because, it's a couple sites picked it up. It is on Sylph Road. It's got 3,200 upvotes on Reddit. And, I think comicbook.com ranked boost, they picked it up. Sylph Road proper and GoHub haven't really commented on the image. So I'm not sure to its credibility, but it looks pretty good.
I hope so. Good. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Yes. All right. I want to get into a couple emails that were sent over to info@luredup.com. We were actually, last week we had talked about an email that we got, and we had some technical issues with the recording of that section. I had to pull that part, so we're going to discuss it again now. We got an email from Skylar, very nice email, some real kind words, and I sent it over to Adam, and he's like, the feels.
Yeah,
hit me right in the feels. No, but it was a really nice email, and some of the highlights of the email says, I'm still loving your show, can't get enough of it. You're still the only dedicated, content-driven, well-researched Pokemon Go podcast. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Nerds. Aw, you make it sound so nice.
It is.
But it says, I really enjoyed listening to Dr. Pogo. He was fascinating. I'm wondering why at any stage of his public interviews has he done that has never said that John Hankey gave him permission to reveal his conversation. Now, this is a great, great question, Skylar. And while we didn't talk about that on our podcast when Dr. Pogo was on the 40 Club podcast, he did mention that and said that he actually had directly asked John Hankey, like, hey, is this cool? Like, if, I go public with this? And John Hankey was on board 100%. So it's a good point to bring up. But yes, he did get the clearance in no short words, pretty much straight and directly. He was pretty transparent about it, like being all good. Skylar then goes on to ask a really good question, and I'm sure this is going to be relevant for a lot of trainers out there. And I need some advice from you all. I'm now under 1.5 million XP away from level 40. It's such a grind. I would really like to level up to 40 before the cap increases. I know that was a driving force for me. I really wanted to get to 40, before the cap came. And she said, wants to get to level 40 just for some sense of achievement. Any suggestions greatly appreciated. So the home stretch, and Adam, how has this been for you? Like, does it feel like, you're like watching paint dry, trying to get to 40? Or are you...
No, I'm not like...
You're not rushing, right?
I'm not pushing. I'm not rushing. Like, honestly, it's kind of like I want to wait, but it's like I know I'm just, the more raids I do and the more stuff I do in game and, the more evolution parties I do, it's going to make it that much faster. And so, like, I'm just playing the game at, like, my normal rate, but not going above and beyond and doing those evolution parties, like, as frequently as I could.
Right.
Like,
right.
I just bought the new box, so I have a bunch of lucky eggs, but I would rather right now take advantage of this adventure week and then go out and actually, like, find a new, like, cluster of, like, a small city or something, like, just a big cluster, and just go for it. Just drop that lucky egg and just go plus and hit every Pokestop, like, that's the only suggestion that I can. If you want to grind, like, do that.
What I recommended is very grindy, but my recommendations, especially when you're in the home stretch or you're trying to hit a number, is go plus all the way. You got to run the lucky egg and a go plus. It'll help with an incense. But every single hand catch of a Pokemon that is a 12 candy evolution, so we're talking about the Pidgeys, Weedles, Caterpies, Pineapple every single one you catch. That way you're picking up 6 candy. With the transfer, it's 7. So you go to a 2-to-1 catch to evolve ratio on these type of Pokemon, and it actually comes out to be a little bit better than that once it starts being exponential. But that's one of the most important things for me. And it's like I end up doing evolution parties all the time, And I won't even get through Gen 1 because I'm evolving so many Pidgeys, so many Weedles, so many Caterpie, even some of the 25 evolution Pokemons like Rats. I'll have, 5 or 6 of those every time I do an evolution party to evolve. And it's because I'm not scared to use the Pineapps on the little stuff because that's the stuff I want to grind on. So that's my biggest suggestion is just Pineapping. Melissa would never do that.
No way.
You
No way. I'm sitting here, and in my head, I'm going, "You're out of your dang mind."
Why?
Pineapple.
I'm a Pineapple Pidgey. Hell
Pidgey.
yeah.
Waste my pineapple.
No, see, I think dust is more important, so
Bullshit.
I'm going to just dump all my berries into Pokemon and gyms.
Yeah.
Rather than use them on Pokemon, because I don't necessarily need to.
Yeah, we were having the conversation in the Discord earlier about 100%, and I think Terry Wolf had posted he had like 3,700% Pokemon, and he said he has a goal of powering them all up. And I go, I've actually been thinking about powering up my lesser relevant 100%. Like I have 100% Apom, 100% Octillery, like random shit like that. And it's like, do I really want to? I have the candy for it, but do I really want to drop like 100, 150 or whatever K to get this thing to 100%? I'm never going to use it, but it's like I kind of do because it's the perfect Pokemon. Why wouldn't I want to give it love and attention? But
today I just hit my last power up on my Plusle, so now it's my 100% Plusles at
That's awesome.
Like 1681, I believe.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I did that with Kyogre, and it took frickin' forever with all the rare candy. But no, it's really though the grind is just to stay consistent, just get it. I mean, evolution parties are a thing, man. I've been doing evolution parties all the time and 60, 70, 80K a clip.
Boring.
Yeah, it's boring, but you learn to do it like in the background.
No,
so
you don't. You don't. You learn to fall asleep halfway through.
No,
that's what you do.
No.
Yeah.
No, it definitely is a grind. And one last thing about Skylar. Skylar's from Sydney, so it's really cool. And it's always over 100 degrees in Sydney. This is unlike the Jersey Shore. Here in Sydney, it is always over 100. Like, holy shit.
That's glorious.
No way.
That's glorious.
Fuck that.
I love it.
No.
Yes.
No, I literally have to walk around with fans blowing
and minimal
on me.
Clothes.
No.
Yes.
Okay, fine. All right, another email I want to go over. This one is from Atari Alex, and he always puts together really nice emails. And, he comments on Niantic's just cranking out the events, and again, what else is there to talk about? I mean, they are just hitting us over the head with everything. But he brings up a nice technical question here, and Adam, I want to get your feedback on this. So he's talking about mechanics of the game and how each generation has been accompanied by a specific, significant mechanic change, and this follows the pattern of Niantic's posts saying there's going to be 4 quarterly updates. One of the updates is going to be the biggie. And then there's going to be 3 other strong updates through the year. And, first gen was everything. The second gen gave us shiny Pokemon. Then they had third gen gave us the weather. And now in Gen 4 in the main series games, that's kind of the time when special attack and defense were split from physical attack and defense. So this changed the way Pokemon's stats and how they interacted with each other. Now, could this be the next major change to Pokemon Go? People are saying, well, do they need to evolve the attack system? Do they give them 4 moves? Do they, give the ability to have different charge moves? Or I don't know what it could be, but could this be the thing that they bring with Gen 4? Where instead of giving us 4 moves, they just give us more statistical stuff? Like, I think they need speed brought into the game, but Adam, could you imagine or could you think that this would be able to be brought into Pokemon Go with the current battle system? Would this make sense, or would you rather see more moves, like for the 4 move thing?
I think it would make sense. It does seem doable. I feel like they could give us 2 moves, so at least give us the option to either hit with a bigger charge move or go fast and with smaller charge moves. Yeah. I think that having that split where you can choose 2 different attacks.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I think Trainer Tips had a video where, he was explaining you could have 3 charge bars and you could have 2 different charge moves. One charge move takes 2 charge bars. One charge move takes 3 charge bars. So, you can kind of pace yourself out in real time.
I don't want more moves.
I think I want more moves
I want
too.
more moves. It'll make it way more fun, because then you have the option of like, you can have multiple move sets. Like, say you have
Dual
four
types.
Yeah, you have 4 moves, and instead of having 2 different Pokemon that are each typed out for a specific type, you can have one Pokemon with 2 different move sets spec'd out to different.
We'll picture having a Tyranitar that could have you Bite and Crunch, but then also have Rock Smash, Stone Edge.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
counter argument to both those is, I'm defending with that Pokemon. Which move does that defending Pokemon choose? How does that go? How does that plan?
You know what, man? In all the conversation about the 4 moves, I think this is the first time I've heard anyone talk about defenders and their moves if they had 4 moves.
Because even like thinking about that, like how do you play?
Well,
do you choose to pick one that is like overall? Like that doesn't.
Well, maybe there's an algorithm that would be like the recommendation engine for gym battlers, where
making it harder to actually take down a gym. That would be interesting, because I would like a challenge versus.
Well, yeah, well, because I mean that way, if you're in that scenario with the Tyranitar, as a defender, and it has the Bite Crunch moveset, and it also has a Rock Smash Stone Edge moveset, and you're depending on what Pokemon you're using as an attacker, it's going to use the better moveset against you, so it is going to give you a little bit more of a challenge, and that's also going to maybe it would even be cool enough and smart enough to where if it knocks out your first Pokemon, second Pokemon comes in and a different moveset would be more beneficial for that Pokemon. It would switch movesets mid-battle. Like, I don't know. It's a really good point as to how that would roll out and how that would affect defenders. That's a really good point. Let us know out there, podcast universe, how you think this would affect defenders. And Alex, I think that's a really good counterpoint to this. I kind of want the moves, but there is complications, and that's what you kind of mentioned in the email too. You said, going turn-based or giving it 4 moves may overcomplicate things and slow the game down. So that's a good point.
Dr. Pogo's interview, John Hankey had said that, he doesn't want it to be complicated. It still needs to be simple.
I don't know. I think the interface for attacking with 4 moves could be very easy, but the defender angle, man, it's got my gears grinding now, because I never even considered that and how that would play out.
And I'm sure if that was something, I'm sure they could implement the 4 attacks simply. I'm sure that's simple, but on the other end is the defender. How do they make that? That's probably what's holding them back from doing that.
Yeah, I think the special attack, special defense thing, that might be a little bit too of a core mechanic for the masses, for the everyday player.
Yeah, because what if none of your Pokemon have non-physical, or just have all physical attacks, and every one of your Pokemon? Know-how. Yeah, and then you're attacking a gym and they have Gengar. Yeah, you're like, so I can't do anything. You can't never take it down.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean? It's Alex, this is a great question, man. This is a great topic. I definitely want to.
Thank you for writing this in.
I'll put a post up on Twitter at some point this week, kind of asking the community what they feel about this, because I think there's a lot of good conversations here. I mean, Melissa played through the 3DS game, so she's familiar with, the special defense and special attack, but I still think the 4 moves thing is more exciting.
I could care less about defending. I just destroy.
But see, that's the thing that I care about is defending.
See,
I've been playing the gym defense game a lot now lately too, and go ahead, Adam, but I'll come back to it.
All of my Pokemon are spec'd out. Like anything that I can leave in gyms are spec'd out to the best defending move set. Like that's what I have. But like all the legendaries or anything that like I normally would attack with, I keep with their offensive attacks.
Yeah, I like my Rhydon, and my Blissies and stuff like that. I've noticed a major shift. How we were talking about there being a revive shortage. There is a freaking potion shortage now. My potion levels are dwindling. I feel like
it's a berries shortage.
No way. I'm getting a shit ton of berries.
I got mad potions and no berries.
Potions.
Potions are light for you, right, Adam?
Yeah, no, So I had 500 plus of max revives. I'm down to 450 because I've had to use them because I can't afford to use my revives that I've gotten from
Melissa's laughing at you.
I thought you were gonna say like I'm down to like 200.
I've had to use my revives or my max revives versus my regular revives because I just don't have potions. And if I do, it's like one max potion. I'm like, well, that's great. Like, if I wanted to save that now, I can't.
Yeah. I'm definitely been dwindling down, and I find myself getting, if anything, I'm getting regular old 20 hit point potions, purple potions. So if, I'm reviving a Blissey or reviving a Snorlax, I got to use 8 or 9 regular potions. They go quick.
When are they going to let us know exactly how much our Pokemons need to be revived in the revive screen?
That'd be give us a number nice. Instead of the bar, instead of just the bar.
Guessing. Yeah, it's like, okay, I've got, X amount of room left on my revive bar. Like, is it small enough that I can get off filling it with just the purple potion, or do I need to step it up to that bigger one?
Yeah, because I hate having like a sliver of health missing. I don't want to touch a potion.
That's the worst.
Yeah, like I don't want to touch a potion and have any Pokemon show up.
Yeah, it's like what?
I'd rather delete the potion at the end, like the normal potion.
No, it's there's definitely a shortage right now of potions, but I have enough. But if it continues to go potions. Like this, I'm gonna hit a point of diminishing returns, and then I'm just gonna be beat. But I think I still have like 80 max revives, or 80 or 90 max revives and 80 or 90 max potions. So we'll see what happens. But good emails. Thank you so much. We definitely want to hear from you. Email us at info@luredup.com. We'll feature it on the show, just like Skylar and Alex. And Alex did mention something at the end. He says, P.S. I went to New York City last weekend for my sister's graduation and came up through New Jersey on the George Washington Bridge. Why are your tolls so damn expensive?
Because
Bro,
they hate us.
Welcome to fucking Jersey.
They hate us.
It's
that's
tolls
why.
everywhere, man. It's like, I remember like the main highway, the Garden State Parkway that, runs north to south in Jersey. They're like, yeah, the tolls are going to be a temporary thing. They'll be gone. They're just for like the 1970s.
And then they started adding more.
Yeah, then they started adding more tolls. And it's like the fucking road's been paid for.
I just got one in the mail and just paid for one of my New York tolls from when I went down.
Really?
Was it February or March that I came down?
March, yeah. And what?
March,
you went through an Easy Pass or?
Yeah. Well, no. It was like you had to just go through. Like they would bill me by mail. Like that's what.
Oh, because there was no attendant
there.
Yeah. And I'm like, cool. It was like a $5 toll. I was like, whatever. But like, I just paid it. I was like,
yeah, dude. There's no escaping tolls in Jersey. It's like you're going over a bridge, $2. You're going over here, $2. And then you even going in like the Holland Tunnel now, I think it's like fucking $12 or something like that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
The New York bridges are stupid. Going to Staten Island is like $13-$17. It's like, really $17 fucking bridge toll?
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
They hate us.
They do. All right, let's get over to our Shuckle Battle Party. I'm sorry, our Shuckle Battle Party. Ooh, Battle Party. Ooh.
Oh. We're doing it again? I wasn't sure. All right, don't fuckle with Shuckle.
Yes! Jersey J, that was for Jersey J. He puts in the Discord, he's like, what do we got to do to get Adam to drop an F-bomb on tonight's show? I wrote, just add wine.
Which I will admit, I've had one.
Yes, it worked. But there was a Kato Nolan video where she duos a Shuckle with her son, and the title is Don't Fuckle with Shuckle, which I think is
hilarious.
Absolutely great. Shuckle is the world's toughest Tier 3 raid boss. It's a bug rock type, and it weighs in at a whopping 3,552 CP. You would think that this would be a pushover, like a walk in the park, but the thing has fucking 396 defense with 3,000 hit points. 100% catch CP, 171. 100% catch boosted, 214. Yo, these are big dogs. It's boosted in rainy or party cloudy because of the bug rock. It is weak to rock, water, and steel. This is an interesting typing here because of the bug being weak to rock. It's a rock type, so rock type, and it's weak to itself. The best counters are going to be water types, really. Kyogre, Gyarados, Waterfall, Hydro Pump, Tyranitar. This is kind of cool because with it being weak to steel, there's never really an opportunity to use steel attackers. So this is kind of cool that you could throw in some steel attackers here. So you could use a Tyranitar with Iron Tail and Stone Edge. A Golem with Rock Throw, Stone Edge is good with Rock. You're going to have that for Ho-Oh. Dragonite can actually have a steel move, Steel Wing, fast move. So Steel Wing, Draco Meteor is okay. And this was a good one, too, because you need a chance to use other Pokemon in your lineup. Metagross, Bullet Punch, Flash Cannon, double Steel-type moves. So I'm bringing that. So now, if I'm playing to win, I'm bringing 6 Kyogres. Like, why not? It's the best attacker. But that's what I'm saying. I want to have fun, a little bit more fun with this one. So I started building the party out, and I'm like, oh, shit. This is exactly GoHub's recommendation list. I was like, Kyogre, Gyarados, Tyranitar, Golem, Dragonite, Metagross. Now, if I had 6 Metagross, which I don't, I only have 2. If I had 6, I might rock the 6 Metagross, because when the hell else am I going to use a Steel-type Pokemon? Or even Kingler. Doesn't Kingler get, I think, Metal Claw?
Yeah, Metal Claw.
So it's like, these are the Pokemon that I'd like to use. So I know that this is a tough-ass Pokemon as a duo, but maybe if I was in a 3 or 4 person raid, maybe I'll bring out Kingler. Maybe I'll bring out, other little things that can get Steel. There's never really been an opportunity to use Steel, but Kyogre, Gyarados, Tyranitar, Golem, Dragonite, Metagross, some of the usual suspects, but a little bit different speccings. And I've got tons of fast TMs. I've got no charge TMs, tons of fast ones, so I can change my Tyranitar and Dragonite fast move for a good Shuckle battle. But Adam, what about you?
So my Shuckle Battle Party is going to be the exact same party as my Aerodactyl party, only instead of Raikou, I'm going to have Tyranitar at the end. So I've got 2 Kyogres, 2 Gyarados, and a Vaporeon, and then Tyranitar.
Vaporeon, you can't go wrong.
I like
You can't go wrong. It's just
he's just tanky.
But it's been so useful for so long. It's like I appreciate the Vaporeon thrown in. 2 Kyogre, 2 Gyarados. Yeah, well, I mean, water's the way to go. I think it's just especially if you can get in on the rain, forget it. Boost the waterfall Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump is so nasty when it's boosted. And Melissa,
yes.
Let me guess. I think I know who you're anchoring with.
No. I'm gonna go with some fun ones, since I'm probably never gonna, do this Shuckle with just 1 or 2 people. I'll probably do it with a group. So I'm gonna go with Aggron and Amistar, because I never use these guys, or Kabutots.
I was like, give me some tots, Napoleon. Let me get your Kabutots. Give me those Kabutots.
And Slowbro, because I just love him. And Blastoise, because he's a classic. Snorlax.
No, this is cool, because Omastar is definitely solid. Kabutots, there's never really an opportunity to bust them out. But hey, man.
Oh my god, I just pictured Kabutops, like an image of Kabutops' body, but just like a tater top head. Like, who's gonna make it? Who's gonna make it? Someone's gonna make it.
Slowbro is also great, because it's just a fun Pokemon. It's just a fun Pokemon. And Blastoise, it's just like Charizard, man.
It's classic.
Yeah, but just shitty though.
But he's
it's so cool. I know, it's just such a cool Pokemon. But and Snorlax, yeah. But so we've got some diversity here. But let us know how you do with Shuckle. GoHub has a contest that is they're giving away a T-shirt. So if anyone can actually frickin' solo this thing, I just don't think it could be done at all. Even if you've got 6 level 40 100% Kyogres, I still don't think you could do it in the rain. You wouldn't be able to do it. But let us know how you make out with Shuckle. I think it's a fun challenge and something different. I like that they're kind of shaking up the tier 3, because tier 3 is usually a walk in the park for level 40 trainers or high level trainers. So it's good that they're making some waves. That's gonna wrap it up. B.
It's a wrap.
It's electric.
I'm not a rapper.
Boogie.
Adam, you got anything else?
Does anyone want to review us on iTunes?
Oh, yes.
We've got a sweet contest coming up. We interviewed Zaba TV. He was on our Gotta Watch 'Em All show, and we're gonna be giving away a card.
Yes, we are.
A shiny Ho-Oh.
Yeah,
His cards are rad.
Shiny Ho-Oh custom card. We're gonna be. So how do you want to do it? You want to do it with. Today is what is today? Today's the 27th. So any reviews that come in to Lured Up podcast on iTunes after Sunday, May 27th will be eligible. When do you want to end the contest?
I'd give it 2 weeks.
All right, so we'll do 2 weeks, and Adam will get a post up on Instagram with all the details, with an image of the Shining Ho-Oh card. I think you're going to like it. It's a freaking amazing looking card. And we also would recommend everyone checking out Zaba.tv if you're into the TCG. It's a fantastic aggregate site of a bunch of different artists that he collaborates with and makes prints of all of their custom cards, and some of them are just absolutely phenomenal and stunning. And I'm blown away.
You have to feel these cards.
Yeah, they're so cool. But yes, we're going to give away this Shining Ho, so keep a lookout for Adam's post on Instagram, and you too can win a card. Yeah. But that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Check out everything we do over at GottaWatchEmAll.com. We are at GottaWatchEmAll on social media. Like Adam said, leave us a review. The details on the contest will be coming to Instagram. Email us, info@luredup.com. I think that's everything.
And I can be found personally at Phoenix Back for Fire.
And I am Proud Gamer Tweet. And Melissa
and I
is...
am the interwebs, and you can find me everywhere.
You can find her everywhere and nowhere at once. Just like Comcast quality internet. It's like, I think we have Comcast, but for some reason I can't connect. It's like, there you go. I'll go to Comcast. But no, thanks everyone for checking us out. We hope to see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.